Hello everybody. Today I am going to be showing you how to assemble the Daffodil Pot. This is a take-home kit. You will receive or pick up a box that will have everything in it that you need to complete this planting and have a gorgeous set of daffodils blooming in your home. So this is the pot that you will receive. This is the Helena 5-inch pot, I believe, by Berg Potter. So this is the pot we will be using, and every pot comes with a saucer. The saucers are glazed on the inside so that the water will not seep through and ruin, like if you have them on a wood table, it won't seep through the saucer and ruin the table. I would suggest maybe putting a couple, 3 or 4 felt stickers on the bottom so that if you move it around it doesn't scratch, because it is terracotta and can be a little bit scratchy. So the first thing that you are going to do is you will have a bag that has some pebbles or horticultural grit in it, and you will put the entire bag in the bottom of your pot, and this is just to provide drainage for your bulbs so they're not sitting in a whole bunch of water and rotting. Please excuse the sunshine. I know it's distracting, but I so don't mind it. I'm really appreciating it today. So fill your pot with the grit, and then you will also have a bag of soil, and you may use all of it, you might not. I would suggest putting it in a bowl and adding a little bit of water to it and getting it a little bit moist before you start this project, because it'll just be easier to water. It will absorb the water better once you're watering your pot and it's all together. So the next step is to put some soil in the bottom of the pot, and we're going to leave, I would say about 2 inches from the soil level to the top edge of your pot. That is how much space you should have in there. And then you will have probably 3 pots of daffodils. If you look at these gorgeous daffs, they are already sending up buds, which is awesome. We don't want them to be blooming before you get them. We want them to bloom in your house. So this is how they should come to you. You will take this pot, and actually I forgot to tell you, when you receive your box with all your plants and stuff in it, you should immediately take out all of your live plants and give them a drink of water and let them sit for an hour or so they can just soak up and drink real well. So then you're going to turn your pot upside down like this and give the pot a little bit of a squeeze. You'll see roots coming out the bottom. That's okay. Even if they get damaged a little bit, they will be fine. Look at the gorgeous roots on that. So if some of the soil falls away, that's okay. And then you are going to just kind of press these down into the pot. And you will repeat that with your other 2 daffodils. And these are going to fit in here nice and snug. That is what we want. Actually, we're going to fit 4 in here instead of 3. So you should have 4 bulbs, 4 pots. So they should be nice and nestled in there, nice and tight. At this point, you may want to add a little bit of soil in between if there's any cracks or spaces, but the soil does not need to come all the way up to the edge. I still have about a 1/2 inch between the soil line and the top of my pot. All right. The next step is going to be moss. In your kit, you will have a bag of moss, and you are going to use this to tuck in around your bulbs. So you're just going to push it around the bulbs. Let's see if I can tip this down a little bit. There we go. And you're going to, you can kind of pull the bulb up while you push the moss down so it nestles in there nicely. And I like to see a little bit of the bulb. It's not necessary, but if you do see the bulb, that's okay. It's just like visually interesting, I think. I like the moss to kind of drape over the edge of the pot too. So that's what you should have right there. And then the final step, you may need a set of scissors or nippers for this. You will have some twigs in your kit. They might be birch twigs, they might be red dogwood, they might be pussy willow, but you are going to cut them into whatever appropriate length, whatever you like, and just kind of push them into the pot. This is just kind of a little bit of visual interest right now while the flowers aren't blooming. And then it is also going to give them just a little bit of support when they do get taller and start blooming. So you can use all of these. You can use none of them if you want, or if you have something in your landscape that you would like to add, if you have your own twigs or something that you like, you can add those in too. I think I'm going to put one more over here. And that's it. Now I'm going to take this to the sink and I'm going to give it a really good watering in until the water's running out the bottom. And then once the water finishes draining, you can put it on your saucer and put it wherever you like in your home. A nice, bright, sunny area will help them to bloom a little faster. If it's nice, if it's cool in your house, if you keep your house cooler, they will bloom a little bit slower. They'll grow a little bit slower. But that is your daffodil pot. I hope you enjoy putting it together, and I hope you enjoy watching it bloom. Thank you, guys.